Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode. I have some terrible news to share with you. I'm afraid that winter is coming. Alright, so today we are tasting a wine, not any type of wine. And for any of those of you that are Game of Thrones fan, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, and I recently found out about a newly released Game of Thrones wine, an officially licensed Game of Thrones wine by winemaker Bob Cabral from Paso, Robles in California. Now, I'm a huge fan of the show, and it's so cool when they actually make official products like wines and things like that. And I said, you know what, I have to taste this wine, especially with the season premiere tonight. I said, you know what a better time but to open this 2015 blend from Game of Thrones. Now, this is a red blend. It has some Malbec, some Tempranillo, some Zinfandel, some Petite Syrah, and some Syrah as well. So a very, very cool blend with lots of different grapes. I'm excited to taste this Game of Thrones wine. Let's go ahead and pour ourselves a glass here. All right, perfect. So, obviously I just opened this up, so it probably needs a little bit of air, but so I'm seeing this of the first thing I see. It's got a beautiful dark ruby color, like a lot of typical young red wines. Nothing unusual there. But what I am seeing or getting on the nose is I'm definitely getting this Syrah and a Petite Syrah. Now this does have a Zinfandel, some Zinfandel in part of the blend, but I'm definitely getting that silkiness from the Syrah and the Petite Syrah. So I'm getting like black currants, cherries, a lot of silkiness, getting some earthiness to it as well. Then let's go ahead and see what it's got on the nose. Wow. Just a lot to it. A lot of different compartments, I guess you would say. Starts off with the Syrah and the Petite Syrah silkiness that was getting on the nose, jumping at you. Very young, very fruity. And then it gets a little bit bolder towards the end, and it completely switches, and that's where I'm getting more of the Tempranillo and the Malbec and some of the Zinfandel towards the back of the palate. That's Malbec that gives it a little bit of a boldness and powerfulness to the wine. So it starts off very nice, and it builds up, towards the end of the palate, just like Game of Thrones, right? Starts off, well, Game of Thrones, they kind of kill everyone fairly quickly. So, but no, this is a really good wine. I'm not used to drinking blends like this that have Zinfandel, Malbec, Tempranillo, Petite Syrah, and Syrah. So it's very interesting, and it's very good. This retails for $20, $19.99, and this is really a nice wine, and great job by Bob Cabral, who's also who's a winemaker, but who's also a huge Game of Thrones fan. That's why he decided to take on the challenge and make a wine for them. But this is a really great, nice bottle to enjoy. I must say that they also make another red blend, which is a little bit higher tiered, and then they also have a Chardonnay for Game of Thrones that we will taste a little bit later on. So great job by Game of Thrones and by winemaker Bob Cabral on this great wine. This should keep us warm during the next winter. But to all of the Game of Thrones fan out there, enjoy the season premiere tonight and enjoy it with a nice glass of Game of Thrones wine. Have a great evening. Enjoy the episode. Enjoy the season. And until next winter, cheers.